Good afternoon, pulpers and pulpets. Give the Pulp King here. Getting ready to get instruction on how to feed myself. After 65 years, you'd think I know, but times have changed. They inserted a little device. If I can get a picture of it for you. Right? If my fat wasn't so fat, you could see it easier. But it goes out of my intestine and down. And then they got a little valve that's attached to that's taped to my leg. If I can get this on there, on camera. You ever try to work a camera backwards by yourself?
No, I haven't actually.
That is some kind of fun.
That looks like quite an endeavor.
Anyway, I got pictures of it there. So now you can see it. So now we have Rebecca and I'll let her introduce herself and go through what she goes through to teach me so I can feed myself.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Rebecca. I'm one of the dietitians here at UAMS.
We'll switch you around.
Okay. I'm gonna show you this packet. So what I've done is I've written on here. So there's a little diagram here. You can see kind of what they did with the surgery. Pulled your stomach up into your esophagus, joined it to your esophagus. So your feeding tube actually goes past your stomach and into the second part of your small intestine called the jejunum.
Okay.
So with that being said, you have to be fed for now using tube feeding, and it's going to go through a pump because you don't have the stomach reservoir to hold large volumes at one time.
Okay.
So we have to do it a little bit slower.
Sure.
So this is all your prescription. This is your formula, Nutrin 1.5. That's what you're on right now. That's
Okay.
what you're getting, tolerating it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like something you'd feed farm animals. Anyway.
So you need 5.5 cartons. So the difference here, you're getting it in this big bag right here.
Uh-huh.
When you go home, you're going to get it in cartons, and you're going to have to pour it into a bag.
Okay.
The bag looks very similar to this right here, this plush bag right here.
Uh-huh.
So you just pop open that cap right there. These only are going to hold, they're going to hold about 4 cartons.
Okay.
So fill it with the 4 cartons, and then as it goes down during the course of the day, you'll have to add in the extra carton and a half.
Okay.
Okay. And Baker's going to be delivering those either here or to your home. I'm not sure which, but case management sets all that up for you.
Okay.
So you're also going to be doing some extra additives. We use Protein X here. I'm not sure what Baker will send you, but it's protein.
Okay.
Just little 2 times a day. You're going to be getting these little vials of protein. Have you seen the ones they're using here?
No, I haven't, but I understand the nature behind him is to put protein in my diet so it'll help me heal.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
strength.
Yep. You get a lot in the tube feed, but we're just going to give you a little bit extra.
Sure.
Okay. So you're going to be going home. Right now you're doing 24 hours a day. Baker will show you how to adjust the pump so that if you wanted to speed it up so that you're only connected for 20 hours, you need to be able to do 65 mils an hour. If you want to do 18 hours so you have some time off the pump,
Yeah.
75 mils an hour.
Okay.
And that's going to be based on tolerance.
Sure.
So right now you're doing fine with 55. If you bump it up to 65 and you start to feel nauseated or you're having abdominal bloating, then maybe that's too much.
Right.
So you kind of have to take that based on feel a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that's what you're going to be doing for now. How to care for your tube site. We're going to talk about that. You see where it goes into your stomach.
Yes.
You're going to want to wash that area once a day.
Okay.
Soap and warm water's all you need.
All right.
You can wash it while you're in the shower. The only thing you don't want to do is submerge it. So
Okay.
no baths, no hot tubs, no swimming pools. Sorry. Showers are totally fine. You're always going to want to be checking to make sure it's not getting more red in appearance and
Right.
drainage coming from it. It looks good right now, but you always want to be checking that while you're doing your cleaning, just doing safety checks.
Yep.
Okay. Let me see here. Your formula, I'll show you what a carton looks like. They're gonna look something similar to this. This is just a little
Uh-huh.
like sample carton that we
Sure.
have. This is not your formula, but
Right.
so this is what your cartons are gonna look like. So you're
Yeah.
gonna, you know, put 4 of them in. You're gonna have 1.5 left that you're gonna have to get in throughout the course of the day.
Right.
So just fill it as it drains down. You're gonna have another another bag. So the 2 bags are gonna come together,
Uh-huh.
and your other one is gonna be filled with water for
All
your
right.
flushes. Okay, that's what's gonna be giving you your extra hydration.
Right.
You're doing 50 mils every hour, so you're gonna have the same thing when you go home.
Right.
That's what's gonna keep you hydrated. Okay. So that's what your cartons are gonna look like.
Right.
And Baker's going to bring you all of that. They'll bring you your bags, they bring you your formula, they bring you any syringes that you might need. Do you know about medications? You're getting all your medications through your tube right now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Are you familiar with how to crush medications?
Yes.
You are, okay.
Yes.
Crush them, put them in a little cup of, 5-10 mils of water.
Uh-huh.
Let it dissolve. You're going to suck that up through the syringe
Uh-huh.
and then put it in your tube. Have you
Okay.
been watching them do that
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
No. Okay. Perfect. I do want to say always with medications or anything you're putting down your tube, you always want to make sure you're flushing before and after.
Yes.
Make sure you're getting all that residue out. Nothing's getting left in the tube. You don't want to degrade the tube. You also want to make sure you're getting all your medication.
Right.
Okay. So just kind of an important piece I wanted to hit on.
Sure.
While you are doing your tube feeds, you're also at the time your doctor says is appropriate, you're going to be advancing your diet.
Okay.
So that will be up to your doctor when they tell you to do each step. But we're
Okay.
going to go over each step and talk about what that looks like.
Okay.
So you're going to start with a clear liquid diet, which is going to be anything, I say anything. You have to be able to see through it.
Uh-huh.
So like broth, Jello, juice,
Uh-huh.
Resource Breeze or Boost and Ensure both make clear versions of their supplements
Okay.
if you wanted to go that route
Right.
too. And there's examples here. You've got Jello, tea. If you do tea, you want to make sure that it's decaffeinated.
Uh-huh.
Clear juices, apple, cranberry. You can do Gatorade, coconut water,
Uh-huh.
if you want to do those things.
Okay.
When your doctor says it's okay to go beyond that and do full liquids, then it expands a lot more.
Sure.
So you don't have to see through these items, but you
Right.
want to be careful that you don't have any chunks.
What I would say, instead of what you call clear, I would call translucent.
Sure.
Light
Perfect.
light penetrates it.
Yes.
It's not that you could read something on the other side of it.
Right.
It's just that the light, you can see the light from the other
Yep.
side.
Yep, you got it.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so then you've got your full liquid diet. So it can be milkshakes, smoothies, soups, but the thing is, it just has to be, there can't be any chunks.
Right.
So if you have any of those things that need to be blenderized, do you have a blender at home?
Yes, I do now.
Okay, perfect.
I gave myself a Ninja for Christmas.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, I didn't even
That's-
open it.
that's a perfect thing to have
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Yes. Much easier to meet your calorie needs once you're on the full liquid diet.
Yes.
So if you were to do Boost, Ensure, all that stuff is totally fine.
Right.
When you leave here, I'm going to send a referral to outpatient dietitians.
Uh-huh.
So they will be in contact with you and are going to help you as you start increasing your oral intake
Right.
and decreasing your tube feeds.
Right.
So you can get off the tube feeds.
Sure.
So they're going to help you with that.
Okay.
And I also have their contact information in here, so if you haven't heard from them and you have questions, they will reach out to you, either
Okay.
in clinic or on the phone.
All right.
But if you have any questions before then and you're not here, then you have their contact information just in case.
Sure.
There's tips in here on how to make food tasty, so blending broths, water, milk, vegetables, V8, as long as there's no chunks.
Right.
That's just the biggest thing.
Right.
You can even do hot cereals.
Uh-huh.
Cream of wheat, cream of rice, they just have to be real thin.
Right.
Yep. So more water than probably you would normally
Right.
do. But
Yeah.
those things are totally fine too.
Okay.
Cream soups are fine.
Uh-huh.
They say avoid, and you just want to make sure you're avoiding anything that's really acidic.
Yeah.
And so tomato is kind of one of those
Yeah.
acidic soups.
Yes.
So just kind of keep that in
A
mind.
member
too.
of the nightshade family, which is considered to be poison. just so people know.
Or you can just avoid it altogether.
There you go.
Okay, so once you've been approved to go beyond that, once you've been approved to go beyond the full liquid, you're going to go to this soft diet.
All right.
This is going to be anything that's really tender,
Uh-huh.
really well cooked. So meats are fine. I would avoid like skins, seeds. So if you had a potato, remove
Yeah.
the skin or do like the box mashed potatoes.
Right.
Or if you like regular potatoes, do regular potatoes, but remove the skins first.
Yes.
You want to avoid anything that's really fibrous, really hard to
Yes.
to break down. If you're someone that likes condiments, like I'd call gravy a condiment, but
Yes.
yeah, now's the time to add those because
Sure.
it helps moisture, it helps keeps food soft.
Roxanne, it sounds like she's getting ready to give you a roast recipe. So pay attention. I want one of Joanne's
I had
roasts.
I had pot roast for lunch, so it's kind of on my mind. Yeah, that's totally fine. Just make sure that it's cooked really well. So you've got your column here, things that are generally well tolerated, and then things to avoid. Any carbonated drinks, anything really acidic again, caffeine, you want to avoid that kind of stuff. As far
Okay.
as fruits are concerned, canned or cooked, you can do ripe without any skins or seeds.
Okay.
And that's totally fine. Breads are fine, but you might find that you tolerate them better.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you're okay. Breads are fine, but you might find that you tolerate them better if they're soaked or soft, dipped in something or
Yes.
with butter on them or
Right.
some kind of sauce or gravy. And this is where you really are going to be spending the majority of your time for a while.
Yeah.
You're probably going to find that you're eating more frequently as well because, again, your stomach is not the same shape or size that it once was.
Right.
So you're thinking more like 6 small meals
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to the traditional 3 meals a day.
Right.
Just, to make sure that everything that you need is getting in.
Yep.
It just might take more frequently.
More sessions.
More sessions,
Yeah.
throughout the course of the day. And that's kind of it. There is a little sample menu in here of what the esophageal soft diet would look like.
Uh-huh.
Canned fruit, toast, milk, cream of wheat with some margarine. So you can use that if you want to.
Okay.
If you're feeling full after you're eating, slow down.
Uh-huh.
Space your meals out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make sure you're taking small bites. Chew your food really, really well.
Yep.
Yep. Soft is kind of the key thing there.
Yep.
Try to avoid drinking a lot of fluid with your meals, just because that will fill you up, and
Yes.
it will be displacing what you want to get from nutrients.
Okay.
So drink more in between meals.
Okay.
And then just have as much as you need with your meals.
Yeah.
I would use a little bit of caution with anything that has a lot of sugar in it.
Okay.
You want to avoid what's called dumping syndrome, which is basically where it all just empties out really fast. So if you were to have a smoothie or a milkshake or something that has a lot of sugar in it,
Yeah.
I would suggest maybe adding like a protein powder to it to
Uh-huh.
just kind of help balance the nutrients that are in there and help slow the absorption of that sugar
Okay.
and avoid that dumping syndrome.
All right.
Weigh yourself at least weekly.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that you're not losing weight. We don't want you to lose weight. Now's not the time. We want you to maintain your muscle mass. So
Yes.
think protein
Uh-huh.
as a priority. I do have on here, you'll see, your calorie goal up here.
Uh-huh.
So 21 to 22. These are kind of rough estimates. 110 to 120
Okay.
grams of protein.
All right.
And that's also the range you're going to be getting from your 2 feeds.
All right.
And then the protein modular, the Protein-X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now they're giving me, I think it was Gaviscon
Okay.
to help relieve gas.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a component that I'm going to be continue to take?
You'd have to ask your doctor about that.
All
I
right.
don't know. I'm not sure what prescriptions they're going to send you home with.
Okay.
Probably, if you're using it now and it's working, I would assume, yes, they'll probably send you home with it, but
Okay.
double check with them just to make sure.
All right,
So,
you can do that.
yeah, how was that?
Becca, I appreciate you coming.
Absolutely.
I mean, let's see if I can lean up enough to get us both in frame. That's all from the Popper King from UAMS and my friend, the dietary coach, Rebecca. Y'all have a wonderful day. Keep prayed up, keep looking to God, and I will talk to you next time.